In just the last few years, one single tool has pretty much changed the way we all live and work. It's in our offices, our schools, and yeah, even our living rooms. We are, of course, talking about Zoom. And today, we're going to break down exactly what it is and how it all works.
It's a really good question, right? How did this one app, just one app, become so fundamental to our daily lives? It's connecting everything from massive global companies to your local book club. Well, we're about to find out. So, at its very core, what is Zoom? Well, think of it like this. It's a platform that uses the internet to create a virtual room. And inside that room, you can see and talk to people, you can chat with them. Basically, it's the new space where everything from huge conferences to simple family catch-ups now take place. Okay, so let's dive into the nuts and bolts. We're going to start with the fundamental features, the things you'll probably use every single day. These are really the building blocks of the whole Zoom experience. At its heart, Zoom is all about one thing: creating that real-time, face-to-face connection no matter how many miles are between you. Just imagine a team spread across New York, London, and Tokyo. They can all jump into a meeting and brainstorm like they're sitting around the same table. And that is the real magic of it. And actually getting into that room couldn't be easier. Most of the time, you just click a link. Simple. Or you might get a specific meeting ID and passcode, kind of like a key to a private room. This is super common for things like a job interview. And hey, if you're on the move, you can even just dial in with your phone for audio only.
Now this is where collaboration really comes to life. I'd argue that screen sharing is one of Zoom's most powerful features, because it's not just about seeing faces, it's about sharing your work and your ideas visually, right in front of everyone.
And what's so cool is how flexible it is. You can share your entire desktop if you want everyone to see everything, or maybe just a single app. If your other tabs are a bit of a mess, we've all been there. You can even share a video with sound, and it'll be perfectly synced up for everybody watching. And this right here, this is a perfect everyday example. Instead of just talking about the new strategy, a manager can actually pull up the presentation and walk the entire team through it, slide by slide, and make sure everyone is, quite literally, on the same page. Okay, so the basics are cool, but the advanced features, that's where Zoom really starts to show off. These are the tools that can turn a simple video call into a super dynamic and interactive event. First up, we've got Breakout Rooms. Honestly, this is a total game changer for collaboration. It lets the host of a meeting split a big group into multiple, smaller, separate sessions. It's perfect for focused discussions or group work. So, picture this, an online class. Instead of just listening to a lecture, the teacher can say, okay, we're splitting into groups of 4, and boom, students are in their own little virtual rooms tackling a problem together. Then they all come back to the main session to share what they came up with. It just makes huge meetings feel so much more personal and interactive.
And another super useful tool is recording. You can save the whole meeting as a video file right onto your computer. Or, if you have a paid plan, you can save it to the cloud and just share a link. This is amazing for things like a training session, where people might want to go back and review the material later.
But Zoom isn't just about small meetings, not at all. It's also this powerhouse for huge broadcasts. We're talking about webinars. For a big product launch or a company-wide town hall, where you have a few presenters and a massive audience.
And the scale here is, well, it's pretty staggering. A single Zoom webinar can host up to 1,000 people, all watching live. Think about that for a second. That's a huge audience that companies and creators can reach all at once from anywhere on the planet.
So, how do you manage 1,000 people? Well, hosts get this whole control panel of tools. You can mute everyone to cut down on background noise, launch live polls to get instant feedback, and people can use emoji reactions to chime in. And for security, you can lock the meeting so no one else can join, or use a waiting room to screen people before they come in.
All right, so we've talked about all these features, but what does this actually look like in the real world? How are people and companies putting all this stuff into practice every day?
I mean, the uses are just so incredibly wide-ranging. You see it in almost every industry. In the business world, it's the new virtual handshake for client pitches and job interviews. And in education, it's become the digital classroom for everything from lectures to exams. It really just shows how adaptable this one platform can be.
Okay, so after all that, the big question is Zoom the right tool for you? To figure that out, let's break down the main advantages and some of the potential downsides you should know about. On the plus side, it's super easy to use, it can handle gigantic audiences, and it works surprisingly well even if your internet connection isn't the best. The main limitations? Well, the free plan cuts off group meetings after 40 minutes, and all those really cool advanced features we talked about, yeah, those are going to require a paid subscription. So where does Zoom really fit in with all the other options out there? Well, if you look at the competition, Google Meet is fantastic for simplicity, and Microsoft Teams is deeply integrated into the corporate world. But Zoom's real sweet spot, its specialty, is hosting those large, feature-packed meetings and webinars. So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Zoom's greatest strength is its incredible flexibility. It can scale way up for a massive webinar with 1,000 people, or it can scale way down for an intimate, focused breakout session with just a few. That's what makes it such a powerful tool for so many different needs.
And that really leaves us with a huge question, doesn't it? We know for a fact that virtual connection isn't going anywhere. So as tools like Zoom just keep getting better and better, what does the future of how we meet, how we learn, and how we connect really look like? That's something we're all going to be figuring out together.